How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you. This week is a big one for the Irish. We head out west to Tempe, Arizona to take on the Arizona State Sun Devils. This is a must-win game for the Irish. And I say that because not only is Arizona State ranked ahead of us, but we need to boost that resume because we are not getting any respect from the playoff selection committee. Now, before I get any further in this preview, there's a little something I want to acknowledge. See, I don't know if I've advertised it that much on here, but I do have a Twitter account. But the thing is, I hardly ever use it. But last season, when the Irish played Arizona State in the Shamrock Series game, there were some Arizona State fans on Twitter that discovered these videos of mine here on YouTube. And I didn't discover this until about I don't know, a month or so after the game. But I had some Arizona State fans on Twitter talking a little smack towards me, which I don't know if it was friendly smack talk or if it was hostile, but all I know is it was coming from a guy who calls himself Peggy for ASU. And basically what he's playing on is that Peggy character from the Discover credit card commercials. Thank you for calling in. My name Peggy. You know, that guy. But it just the comments ranged from, you know, the typical YouTube stereotype parents' basement comments, look at his couch, it sucks, it's hideous, and pretty much the same old that I've heard on and off for 5 years now. And but if those guys are still watching, you know, we'll do the talking on Saturday. And for the record, I like this couch. I mean, no, it's not the design I would have picked for myself, but I got this as a gift from some friends of mine, and I like it. You know, this is actually a very comfortable couch, so don't knock it. But anyway, enough of that. On to the preview. Now, of course, as all of us Irish fans know, the Sun Devils are led by head coach Todd Graham, and he's no stranger to us. He was head coach of Tulsa when they shocked us in our own stadium back in 2010. He was head coach of Pittsburgh in 2011 when we had the little scare at Heinz Field where it took a long drive by Tommy Reese hooking up with Tyler Eifert 7, 8, or 9 times to get the job done. And you know, we saw him again last year down in Arlington. So we know how tough his teams are. And this year, in his third year at Arizona State, it's proven to be no different. I mean, this is an Arizona State team that is well put together, well coached, and as much as a pain in the ass that Todd Graham's teams have been to us in the past, I got to give the devil his dues. I mean, this is a guy who is a very solid coach. He knows how to coach teams well. But Arizona State, summing it up, offensively they're very powerful on offense. They run a spread offense very similar to ours. Taylor Kelly is their main quarterback, but their backup Mike Berkovici, and I hope if I butchered his last name, I apologize. But their backup quarterback, Mike Berkovici, has seen a lot of significant playing time as well. He took over for a couple of games while Kelly was out with injury. So, and when you look at the numbers, at least passing wise, they're not too far apart from one another. They're very similar in a few categories. You know, obviously, with Taylor Kelly being the more rushing quarterback of the two, that's where he starts to pull away a little bit. You know, I know from a lot of different articles that I've read, they say it's not a 2-quarterback system, but it kind of is. I mean, you got Taylor Kelly, who's the dual threat quarterback, more balanced, is more of a threat to run. You know, not saying that he can't throw the ball, but I'm saying he's able to do more than what Berkovici can. You know, Berkovici having the stronger arm of the two, I think, from what little I've seen of Arizona State this season. And then don't get me started on wide receiver Jalen Strong. I mean, he's having a phenomenal year, and in my opinion, this is a future first-round draft pick if he keeps going the way he has been. I mean, he's been a tough receiver to stop, and then you got other contributors like DJ Foster jumping in there, and basically, put it this way: there's a reason that this team is 7-1 and leading the Pac-12 South Division. They're a really good football team, which just, you know, it sucks too because, as I said in my recap from the Navy game, we're going to be a little short on defense because, as all of us Irish fans have found out by now, we lost our captain of the linebacking corps, Joe Schmidt, to a season-ending leg injury, and it sucks. But guys like Jalen Smith and freshman Niles Morgan and everybody else, they're gonna have to step up. I mean, you can't replace a leader like Joe Schmidt and the knowledge and the talent that he has, but somebody's gonna have to step up and try to not take over the role, but fill Joe Schmidt's shoes. Put it that way. And again, this is what I stick to what I said about playing option teams. But this is going to be a very hostile environment out in Tempe on Saturday afternoon. Those fans, the Arizona State fan nation, they're just like us on the outside looking in, trying to get into one of those Final Four playoff spots. So this is going to be a highly anticipated game by both schools for sure. I mean, I'm probably not saying anything new that you guys haven't heard on SportsCenter already, but need I say more? This is a huge game for the Irish. But keys to victory. You just have to step up on defense. We know that Taylor Kelly is going to probably get a majority of the reps, so we got to do our best we can to contain him. And our corners, we have got to be on Jalen Strong big time. We cannot let him get away. We cannot give up any big plays, or else he's going to be torching us all day long. So, offensively, Arizona State, from looking at the numbers, they do have a pretty good defense. But this is a defense that will give up some points. That we just got to keep playing our game. Keep playing mistake-free football on offense. No turnovers. Quite frankly, I'm getting sick of the turnovers. They need to stop. This is just like Navy. This is another team on our schedule that you cannot make a mistake against, or they will make you pay for it. We're essentially playing the same team as last year. Most Arizona State returning most of their starters. So we've beaten them once, and I know we can beat them again. But obviously, in a game like this, going out west, playing them at their place in Tempe, there's no way we're going to be winning this game big. I think this is going to be another shootout. They're going to be playing hard. They're hungry, but so are we. So if you want a final score prediction for me in this one, I'm going to say Notre Dame 35, Arizona State 28. It's based on all those factors. If we can just play sharp, that's what I see. That's how I see this game turning out. Because as we've learned, our defense is going to give up some points, but so will theirs. So it's just this game is going to come down to basically who wants it more, who wants to be in the Final Four more. So I know it sounds like a very blunt explanation and probably a very overall blunt preview, but all I can say is on Saturday, look for a lot of fireworks. We're going to see two explosive offenses, and it's just going to come down to which defense gives first, I think. So with that said, guys, that's really all I have for you in this preview. I know it's a little late. I said Monday or Tuesday, but I really actually wanted to see what the rankings were going to be before I made this video. So we stayed at number 10. Arizona jumped us to number 9. So that's all there is to it. We got to go out there and get our respect, because it's not going to be given to us. We have to give them a reason to give us respect. It's like the old saying goes, and I've said it a million times. Respect is not given, it's earned. So let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go out there on Saturday afternoon and take our respect. With that said, this is ND Sean 45. Go Irish, beat Sun Devils, earn our respect.